Stand clear.
100% Wild Podcast.
So for all you listeners,
Hello, and welcome to
definitely not your favorite outdoor podcast.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Drury Outdoors 100% Wild Podcast. It's powered by DeerCast, and we've got a belly full of beer and a possum in the cell.
And a live audience.
Built before a live studio. I miss that in current TV shows or just shows in general. I miss the camaraderie of feeling like you're watching it along with a real audience. Our live audience.
Did we ever have that?
Oh yeah, the Cosby Show. I mean, they had laugh tracks, or they had Home Improvement was filmed in front of a real studio audience.
Now that's a good show, Tim.
It stands up.
By the way, you're Tim Chelswick.
You are Matt Drury.
We're still the hosts. Hey, last week, Mark tried getting rid of you altogether.
I mean, if he wants to.
Hey, take it. You want it? Take it.
Go, go, go.
Out of my cold, dead hands. No, you're going to have it.
Well, so we should tell people that you guys deep teased the answer for the wildlife word.
Did we?
Yes. You didn't give it to people last week. Super deep tease. Told them to come back this week.
You listened.
Well, I got to proof the show. I mean, there's quality control here.
I forgot that happened.
Yes. If you look at your text from 6:17 that morning.
No, I did. I had it, and I just was playing it up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Little cloak and dagger on the podcast.
No, I had it in front of me. I was looking at it when I was reading it.
Really?
Yep.
All right.
Tim gave me the answer. But I thought it would be funnier if no one knew the answer.
Well, it worked.
Thank you.
Because I was along for the ride for the last half hour or so. Yeah.
And now you're on the next episode.
Just the magic of podcasting. So the question was, what happens when there's not good nutrition and a doe is not able to bring a fawn to full term and birth it?
And?
They reabsorb them into their body.
Seems like some, what was that Arnold Schwarzenegger movie where he was...
How Stella got her groove back.
No, he was in a movie about Mars and a thing came out of his belly. Total Recall.
Quaid.
Yeah.
Yes.
It seems like a Quaid kind of a thing.
Yes. Well, what's interesting is that does don't have stillborn fawns.
If you had typed that out, it would have said does don't.
Doesn't that screw you up whenever you're typing out the word does?
Like, wait a second.
So, as people can probably guess, we don't have a guest this week. We do have a question of the day. We do have a wildlife word. We do have shout outs. We got new Rack Pack members. We've got a bit of a we've got questions from our Rack Pack members that we're gonna do our best to answer.
Listen, guys, I had a guest lined up for our 300th episode to come into the studio.
It was gonna be huge.
It was gonna be
huge,
but they kind of bailed on us in the cloak of darkness.
Mm-hmm. It was the guy that just got busted for all the Bitcoin stuff, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm, yeah. Well, so they were gonna come in today, and then they got a flight out of St. Louis at 7:10, and it was a whole thing. So.
You sound like the kid who didn't do their homework, and you're trying to explain to the teacher why you don't have the homework.
You're killing me, Smalls.
We ran out of dog food.
Listen, now I'm trying to come up with a whole new guest for 300. We've been promising a good guest for 300, and I'm going to be honest with y'all.
Oh.
I don't have one right now. So.
Well, maybe we do something that's really above and like feats of strength or something.
It's Festivus.
Matt will do.
I'm going to wrestle your ass. Let's get rid of the table. This is kind of a wrestling mat that we're on.
We'll put a circle here.
Yeah.
I'll have you know, I wrestled for the Morris Shabana wrestlers.
Okay. I wrestled from age 7 through about 17, mother. You know what? So.
All right.
My move, I'm not going to tell you my move, but let me tell you, you're going to be hurting. Your nose, the bridge of your nose, I'm going to make it hurt
we're
so
punching.
bad. No. This is a legit wrestling move.
Okay.
Actually, what
It's
are we
called the
talking
face
about?
punch.
We have the captain of the jury wrestling team sitting right like 10 feet from us.
He's probably shaking his head. Yeah, these guys are idiots. These
No,
old men.
My whole plan was to have Ben wrestle you.
Oh,
That's how you
like
know.
undercover boss. Like have him put on a prosthetic beard, coif his
Yeah.
hair.
I
Hello,
did wrestle, though.
I'm Matt Drury.
Never quite made it to varsity.
Really?
Dude, the best guy in the state was in front of me.
Well, I never made it into fifth grade.
Every practice. I knew the move coming. Every practice, he
Nothing you
pinned
could
me.
do about it.
No, he literally went undefeated for 3 years.
Well, you helped him, so that's something.
Well, let me tell you, I didn't get any special medals for that.
Really?
No.
Well, that was a different generation.
A lot of heartbreak.
Today you would have. I remember, like back when I was wrestling, it was the start of girls starting to wrestle, and it was like guys didn't know what in the world to do. It was
Where
the
do
most
I
awkward
grab?
thing. Yes. Can I? Should I?
Should I just lay
Should I-
down? Actually, it's probably like most of people's like fantasy. It's like,
I mean-
finally, I'm touching a girl.
Yes. So this is what they feel like.
Get that nice onesie on.
We called it a singlet, but
I call the onesie.
really, Mom, where's my onesie? Did it get washed for today? I got practice with the guys.
I should mention that we just got back from a Christmas lunch
Belly full of beer and a possum in a sack.
and margaritas for half the cast.
We're feeling it. I'm burrito drunk right now.
I'm just
Regular drunk?
no.
No, he's not.
No,
He's completely in his right mind.
I am
all
a
his
little warm in the
faculties.
face.
Really? It's the jacket.
Might take it off, Tim.
Uh-oh. To reveal, you were not wearing any sleeves.
I have sleeves.
Really?
Yeah. To reveal that I lost all my muscle last year.
Crap. I got this really nice dress shirt.
Move it along.
Like it's one that comes from a store that has a philosophy. And I got it like on a secondhand store.
Okay.
It fits like circumference wise. The sleeves end halfway up my forearm. But if I roll
You
the
bought
sleeves,
a small?
they were giving this stuff away.
Well, that's
And-
your first. Okay.
Yeah.
As somebody that actually shops for nice things, the first thing that you should have that should have pointed you in the wrong direction was they were giving it away.
It wasn't like I got home and found out. I tried it on. I was like, I can just roll the sleeves up a couple times.
Who are you, Cameron Haynes? Cut the sleeves off and just run around.
I hadn't thought about cutting the sleeves off. Just roll them up like I'm getting down to work.
Oh, don't tell me you don't do that anyways.
Oh yeah, I do
I
all
know.
the time.
I've seen you run.
So with the collared shirt with the sleeves rolled up.
No, with cutoffs.
I'd like to see me run with cutoffs. Gee, here he comes. Here's Jort Man.
You know what it was?
okay.
I got too comfortable.
I
and I
figured-
started to get fancy.
I think I figured out why you and I have not killed a buck.
Well, I have.
It's something that we lack.
Yeah, killability.
Yeah, we're not killbillies. I think that if you had a catchphrase after you kill a deer, that the whole
I got
landscape
one.
would change.
I got one. Hold on.
It's not a bad one,
If it's good for Terry, it's good for me.
A lot of guys that hunt on TV, they have a catchphrase.
I got it.
That's what she said.
I shoot a deer and just yell out. That's what she said.
I would pay money to see that. So that could be one, or we could build you a catchphrase right here and right now.
Okay.
Okay, so I have gone to the due diligence of pre-writing some catchphrases.
Here's yours.
I'd say
That would
that.
be awesome. You kill a deer and you just turn to the camera and go,
It's so nice he killed a deer finally.
that would be awesome though.
I'll do it.
That one.
The young man's having a seizure on TV. My goodness.
Just yelling your name over and over and over.
This guy's really full of himself.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past some of these people on TV.
No. I mean, some people really, the dramatics are out there. So
Yeah.
here you go, Matt. You can choose. I have two piles.
I can't read.
One pile is a list of type of voices.
A
The other
list
pile,
of type of voices.
yep. like accents.
Okay.
The other pile is your new potential catchphrase. And maybe we'll let the audience choose.
I got diarrhea.
Is that one?
That'll definitely keep you from killing deer. Here comes old swamp butt. He ain't killing nothing. Okay, I'm going to put the pile in front of you. So pick one of those.
Like, do I see him or just random?
Don't look. Just randomly pick one.
All right.
And then this is
I feel like I'm playing a card game against my daughter.
the next pile.
All right, I got it.
So these longer strips, those are your actual catchphrase. So I want you to perform the catchphrase.
I can't. No, I already know the name that I picked. I can't do that.
You want to pick another one?
No.
Okay. All right.
God dang it.
I went to some great lengths on these catchphrases. I think they've got a lot of potential. I think they could change your season.
Okay.
Okay.
So can I say the name that I picked?
Sure, yeah.
I picked Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, get to the chopper.
Well, I was thinking like, it's not a tumor.
Yeah,
All right.
that's legit.
Jumping jambalaya. I just jinxed a junkie McJunkerson. Is that what you were? Is that what you were looking for, Tim?
I mean,
Our show sucks.
Junkie McJunkerson. It's a big deal.
I tell you what, now it's your turn.
Okay. Gonna randomly pick a voice here. Okay. I got a British person and
Bet you can't do that.
this I was hoping you would read this one. Okay. Whippy dippy do. Check out those G2s.
It's a G2 buck, huh?
Yeah.
Are they short? Are they long?
One
Is
more,
it
doesn't
split?
matter.
Is it heavy?
He's got G2s.
A funky
That's all I care.
G2?
G2.
All right, I'm gonna throw an audible here. Alan, come here real quick.
Alan's up.
Alan, come here.
He's Alan had a kind of a significant lunch and significant drink to go along with it.
All right, Alan. Alan,
Alan needs a
I'm gonna
catchphrase.
give Alan my mic here.
Okay. All right, so when Alan kills his monster buck, this is what Alan's going to
Yeah,
say.
this is just my normal everyday.
Alan pulled Southern boy. All right, read into the mic here. Get close.
We ain't bucking around, y'all. Get you some of that. I'm pretty sure I just say that in my normal life.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Rolls off the tongue.
Okay.
All right. Scotty, you want to do one of these?
He's too busy spitting his dip out. He's a monster in Copenhagen, remember?
Yeah, maybe we'll have Scott do one, and then if Ben is around.
Okay. Mr. Wrestler.
All right, here comes Scott's getting limbered up for his performance here. Because Scott could kill a buck. It's possible.
Don't get ahead of yourself.
All right, just
right.
picking the voice. All right,
Okay.
make sure you're in the mic because you're kind of drifting here.
Ouch. Ouch, man, he's rough today. All right, so I got small child.
Make sure you're right up on that.
Well, bless my bow and wax my string.
Are you a girl child?
I don't know. I have no clue.
He's a Southern girl child.
I have
Thinking
no
Al
clue.
Gore as a child.
I would think it'd be like,
Hang on, Matt. Right here into the mic. Into the mic. You got it.
Ben, you're up next here, buddy.
Bless my bow and wax my string. Southern Belle there.
Alrighty.
All right, pick one of these.
Okay. A woman.
Now, pick one of these.
Ben's got a woman, and here he's
So get close
he's
to the mic
digesting the catchphrase.
here. You gotta read it into the mic as a woman.
Okay.
Real close.
Here it comes.
I gotta sound like a woman.
Not a stretch.
Oh,
I gotta. I don't. Okay. Now that's a thwack attack.
Is that a woman? Not a woman I want to run into. The ugliest woman I ever met.
but you don't say that.
Thanks, Ben. Clip that off.
Woman-
Holy cow. So,
Woman with a
Damn this thing.
deviated septum. So maybe now we've all got catchphrases. It's going to change the game.
Mine
for
was
us.
ridiculous. Jumping jambalaya, I just jinxed a Junkie McJunkerson.
There's a lot of alliteration.
What's
in
the
there.
third thing? So, okay, let's see. Okay, hold on.
All right, Matt's
The last thing is
clear us
Sling
up.
Blade. You take this one.
Sweet November. Pop got a brand new stag. I love Sling Blade. That was a terrible Sling Blade.
That was
Papa's got a brand new stag.
the best one of all of them was, well, I don't know, because Scott's Southern Belle kid.
I don't know. None of them were great.
Ben, I think Ben wins.
Ben's was confusing to me. All right. Well, now I can't wait to almost kill a deer here. So, I was out in my saddle a couple nights ago, and I heard a twig snap. I turned around, and there was a buck.
That's what she said.
I couldn't believe it. Of course, he didn't walk anywhere close to where I could shoot him, but it was nice to see
You
a
never
deer.
saw his rack either, by the way.
Could
be
I can
anything.
verify that he had a rack, but size of it, I don't know.
I really don't have anything to report. There was like 4 or 5 sits in a row across 2 states where we got skunked.
Yeah, at least you burned some gas.
And then finally the last night of our Illinois muzzleloader tag, we went into a spot where this guy, he's like, "Hey, this deer comes out every time.
listen.
This deer comes out every time." It's a,
You know that's a death.
oh,
knell.
I knew it. And they're like, "If you don't kill this deer, you might as well stop hunting for the year."
Okay.
And I'm thinking, I'd love to.
Please,
I
put
wish
me out
I
of my
could.
misery.
Honestly, I'd love to stop. My wife would
So
love
would
that.
my wife.
My family. But so we go to this spot. It was a really cool piece, and it was a farm that was very similar to that old river farm that Dad and I had for a couple years, and it was real grown up.
The
and,
floodlands.
Yeah. And this was this was the exact same scenario. It was enrolled into like a WRP program, and they had tons of deer on this piece. And so we're walking in, and we went in early. I'm talking like I felt like it was early. I mean, it was like 2:00. We left at 1:30. We left at 1:30 to get in there, and we had a long like way into the property. So we're walking in, and it was probably like 2:15. And I'm not even shitting you, like a big buck. We were in there for this one deer only, so it wasn't like I was going to shoot this deer anyways.
Yeah.
It wasn't the deer we were after. Big 8-pointer, they called it. I didn't name these deer, first of all. This is not my property. I
Here we
didn't
go.
name these deer. I was in there after a management buck called POTUS. And the deer that we encountered on the way in was a deer they call Kamala, and it had no brows. And so anyways, we're like 100 yards from this thing. He's staring at us. Is like, son of a gun, man. And this is
Shoot me.
2:15.
Just
He
shoot
was
me.
just walking to where we were walking to.
Why not?
He was going to that plot.
Yes.
And so we,
Shot some beautiful.
we
video
got
of
footage of him.
Yep.
Yeah. And we scared him, surprisingly.
You shot at him?
I thought about it.
Here.
I even, Scott can attest to this. I think it was our last hunt or second to last hunt. I was like, I just want to shout.
Yeah.
Shout.
That's it.
So we spooked the deer. He runs past where we're going, like through the whole area we're going. He runs through all that, and he is wouldn't stop.
Hey,
Just-
everybody.
yeah. There's intruders.
Crap.
So we go into our spot, sit there for another 2 hours and don't see anything. 4:00 hits and a bunch of does start moving, and we don't see any bucks, not one buck. And they're like, "Oh, you're gonna see 30, 40 deer on this." I mean, it was a giant bean, so it was kind of a checkerboard, and they had beans in 2 like catty corners and corn in 2 catty corners, and then the corn they had strips mowed. I mean, it was
Set
a
up.
perfect setup, and it was a gigantic field. And so you should have saw at least 20 deer,
Yeah.
And we did not, and we didn't see any bucks. And so we're this is. I'm like, all right, let's go head home. I'm wearing out my welcome at home.
Mm-hmm.
I need to get there and be present.
Did the lock work when you?
It did.
The key.
Surprise! This is a whole different story, but so the guy's like, hey, man, all the bucks. There was like 8 bucks on the field, just 300 on the green field, just 300 yards south of you. Like, hey, he sends me a picture, and one of the deer was the deer that we spooked out of there. I'm like, oh, well, no figure, no, they're all left. He told everybody, and nobody came out.
He was
to
the
the field.
informant.
So I finally have eaten a tag. It was that gun tag for Illinois. So we, between Scott and I, we had 6 tags left. We're down to 5 because I still have an Illinois bow tag. We both have both of our Missouri tags. It's
Can you redeem
shameful.
them for anything at the end of the
If
year?
you could, I'd be rich because I have so many tags. You go to that Missouri DNR app and you look at it. I have so many tags. Not many registered kills.
It'd just be a nice gesture for the Department of Conservation to maybe send you a plush deer toy or something if that's what
The
happens.
Mountain Dew deer head back here.
Yeah, there you go. Here you
Has
go.
Missouri on it, man.
Thank you. It says
Missouri
thank you on
DNR.
it.
I don't mind. Unlike, some people, I always interest me when you see people like, man, I spent, such and such dollars at the, getting tags and I ate tag soup. And I'm like, I don't really care about that part because it's just going back into it. I don't care about that. That part I'm good with. The part about not killing something is annoying.
That sticks in your craw.
That's annoying.
I was so desperate. I found one tree that worked for this particular new spot I wanted to hunt, and it had what I'm pretty sure was a dead poison ivy vine wrapped all around it.
You just kind of.
I was trying to be as cautious as I could be, but
So even at this point in the year, will that stuff still get you?
Yeah. Yeah. In fact, Sophie got into it, a different tree, different spot, like a month ago. And I was like, hey, she's like, Dad, look at this vine. I was like, put that down. I'm pretty sure it's poison ivy. She's like, no, look, it's not. It's a vine. Well, then she ends up with these red splotches all over her.
Perfect.
The next, couple days. So when I got home, and as I was cutting this, because it was like branched out all over the place, as I was cutting, as I'm going up this, I had to go super high up. And I'm cutting above my head, and some of the juice from the vine flies up. It hits me on the cheek. I'm already trying to be careful about it.
That's what she said.
Limit my exposure
That
here.
good juice. That's just good vine juice.
So when I got home, we have that. We have a lot of money.
You got a squirter.
We have a lot of money at our house, and we buy the Dawn dish soap the aerosols when you spray it out.
You're richer.
It's nice. I'm a Richie Rich.
Do you spray it with your pinky up?
Is there another way to do it, or? But I went in the bathroom and I just sprayed my face with.
This is a house of learned doctors.
We're too good for this.
Okay, you went to your bathroom.
This hillbilly solution. I sprayed myself in the face and on my hands with the Dawn dish soap.
Oh, weird.
It's the best thing I found to cut the poison ivy oil.
Also gets
And look,
oil from oil slicks off you.
it's true.
I've seen the commercial. Get it right off that duck.
Yeah, I didn't have a duck with me, I just it cut.
So you just sprayed it in your eyes, huh?
Well, I closed my eyes.
Oh, okay.
Beth, I'm going in to do some work. If I scream, don't come
Screaming
in.
in there.
I'll be fine.
I think I'm going to throw up.
An homage to Barbie.
Yeah, I love that clip. Our friends at Tradition sent us some coffee,
They did, yeah.
and it got me to thinking. Seems like everyone's got a coffee these days, a coffee blend. What if you and I abhor coffee? We don't drink coffee.
No, I can't take it, no.
Yep.
I've never, ever. I drink water, a lot of it.
So what I was thinking was you and I come up with a coffee blend, and we call it Buckless Wonder.
Makes sense.
Sell it in the gear store. Sounds so resigned.
I remember when I had my first beer.
Buckless Wonder beer.
But y'all don't say that.
It's true that the people they love the soundboard Between you, me, and the soundboard, they love the soundboard the
It's like
most.
one whole host between me, you, and the
Right, yeah,
soundboard.
right.
Sounds like a country song. Me, you, and the soundboard.
There might be some budget cuts next year, so
I'm gonna have Ben sing a song in that voice he just did about me, you, and the soundboard. Ben, get back here. And then have Scott do
tapping the
the
buttons.
backup vocals in the Southern Belle.
and that'll be the opening song for 13 next season.
Yeah.
I like that.
Who needs Billy and Carrie? Kari, sorry.
Oh man. We want to get to the question of the day. Our buddy Meredith has a question about employment.
I mean, ask anybody. I only have a job because I'm related. So
So you're part of the same Drury family.
maybe not for much longer. I don't know how I can keep this job if I don't kill something.
Yeah. Well,
Tim just agreed with it.
well, Mark and I had a conversation about it.
Okay. Well, I know that's wrong. He's not talking to you. Too low on the totem pole. You're number 3.
Let's just say he's got some cardboard boxes lined up for you.
To cut? Or like, what do you mean?
Well, time to pack up your stuff.
Oh, to get. Okay.
Working on a transition plan.
Is this fine?
You're like,
Hey,
I'm actually not heartbroken.
I'll land on my feet somewhere. I got a name.
You'd make a great greeter at Walmart. We talked about that. I think you do a nice job of it.
I don't think so, actually. I don't really like people that much.
Oh. He just likes killing deer.
Oh, shit. No, that's not it. The things I like to do aren't associated with this company
No.
whatsoever. No, I don't even associate with them anymore. I don't even know who I am at
The
this point.
dissociative syndrome. Well, our question of the day deals with how to enter this
You take over.
this world.
You
of-
got question of the day.
Okay.
You got it.
It's brought to you by DeerCast map parcels. Yeah, you can actually see who owns the ground around you in DeerCast maps. Just turn on that parcel layer, babies. All right, Meredith, take it away.
Is this our Christmas show?
Unfortunately, not really. I mean,
Hold on, then this is appropriate.
I got a lot of problems with you people.
It's Festivus for the rest of us.
Here we go.
Hi, my name is Meredith Hallwig. I am from Thornton, Colorado, and I was curious if you guys might have an internship or a summer job for next year that you might be willing to broadcast across the U.S. or have different people reach out to you about it. I would be very interested. I love the outdoors and I love hunting very much. This year I actually pulled my first elk tag, so I'm really excited about that. But I wanted to get more involved with the outdoor industry and the hunting industry as well. And I think that working for you guys or interning with you guys would be a perfect opportunity. So if you guys have any opportunities like that, thank you so much.
Literally, I look up and everybody's shaking their head no. Don't do it. No, you know what? Meredith actually sent us an email as well. I applaud Meredith and her attitude here because you don't. Hold on.
You're figuratively applauding.
Well, now I physically. Somebody. I hit a button. No, she sent us an email and asked this very same question. I did forward it on to a few people in charge. Usually that's me, but in this case, I sent it to others. And you know what?
It's called delegating.
I actually applaud her because you do not see it often anymore. She not only she emailed us, but she sent us a resume. She's very qualified. So Meredith, if I had an opening for the role, I would totally give you a chance. I think you're doing the right thing by contacting and reaching out to. This isn't really your question, but we get this question a lot. How do I get into the outdoor industry? How do I get a job in the outdoor industry? The best thing to do, just first of all, know if you're going to be working in the outdoor industry, you probably aren't going to hunt. Very little. Alan, Are you? Unless you're Scott, and he gets to just ride around in the truck with me.
Yeah, he doesn't get to hunt either. He doesn't go on hunts.
Actually, I disagree with that. Scott has hunted almost as much as I have hunted this year because every time we go, other than Illinois, where you didn't have a tag, or Iowa,
Yeah.
he's hunting too.
That's true. You
So-
both have as much to show for it.
We've had 2 people trying to kill deer. That's how bad we are.
We've had a lot of fun together. Double
Yeah.
the fun.
So no, but she's doing the right thing. If you want to get a job in the outdoor industry, the best thing you can do is reach out to companies like this or the manufacturers in the industry and get your foot in the door, internship type level, and start from there.
Yeah, or have like sensitive information on someone that you can leverage to get into the industry.
Nudes.
Exactly. Also doesn't hurt to have a marketable skill.
Yes.
Something
Tim,
that you
you
can
were
do.
an intern here. You were writing for.
Wasn't
What
hired
were
into
you
the
doing? No,
auspices
you were.
of interning.
How did you? Now to think about that. How did we hire you?
Someone left the front door ajar one night. And so it started out podcast. I had Mark and Taylor on my podcast.
On your podcast through Ray I.
Yes.
That's it. That's it.
It's been a long time ago.
So Mark and Taylor did Ray's show. You were helping him at the time.
Yep.
As just a side gig, right?
Yeah, just freelancing, and I was writing, and I had the Thinking Woodsman show as a podcast going also, and they hopped on my show after they did Ray's show.
Mark's
And-
notorious for then saying, "Hey,
gotta
we
do
should
something
do
here."
something with this guy."
Well, it was around the time that Mark was wanting Jury Outdoors to have a podcast.
Yeah.
So that's how the
I had-
initial conversation
we
started.
had a podcast.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we did. I had one already.
Oh, wow.
He forgets that.
No, I think this was before. This was like 2015.
Okay, because we started in what, 17 maybe? 20?
Yeah,
When
'cause then
did
we
you
had a
start
se-
here?
We just 2018.
So I started in 17 with Kenyon.
Yeah, but then I started writing journal entries.
That's
freelance
what I recall. Is you
for-
starting, writing the journal
Yeah.
entries,
Yeah, it's been a long, strange ride.
and then like a fool, you accepted a full-time position here. Got out of that world you were living in,
Yeah, you
fully into this one.
freelance world,
Now you're stuck.
working 80 hours.
Hey Meredith, be careful what you wish for.
That's right. Your dreams may come true to your own chagrin.
Meredith, I'd say this: if you actually listen to the show, which I don't know if you do or don't, I don't know. I would bet not.
This question came through via our speak pipe for people to ask questions on the podcast, because she also left her telephone number and email in. I had to cut it out of the audio.
I'll just give it to the audience,
So-
Tim.
Trying to protect
I did
your
look
anonymity, Meredith.
Meredith up. I think, is qualified. She's killed some good. She's killed some good big game. She's living the lifestyle.
GBG.
She's originally from Missouri, so I think Meredith could work here. Why not?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna set her right next to Alan and Ben next to the shitter here. Boy, she'd probably walk in and be like, "Oh, this is it."
Wow, great.
Like that one guy. We interviewed a guy, Tim and Alan, and I interviewed a guy for DeerCast. He kept saying, "So what are the hours again?"
He
This
seemed
guy
to-
lived like 5 minutes from here. He's like, "What? 8 to 5?"
Had issues with the terms of employment
Yeah.
showing up, namely the biggest problem.
So that is why I applaud Meredith for trying so hard to get a job, because I got knuckleheads like that guy that came into the job interview and he was like, "Are you sure it's 8 to 5?"
I think he also crapped on DeerCast a little
Oh
bit.
yeah, we're like, okay, so what would you improve? And he just shit all over it. I mean, that's one way to
It's like,
go about
even
it.
if what you're saying is true, it's not smart.
I could take criticism. I mean, that's not a problem. But he's like, well, the launch was weak.
No, you're weak. All right, let's jump over to the wildlife word. It's brought to you by Live Doppler Radar in DeerCast Maps. Yeah, you can see live Doppler radar and forecaster radar over your mapping location.
Yeah, it's 2 hours previous, it's 2 hours future. So it's very much of a situation where like you're out there in the stand, you're wondering what's happening, or you're getting ready to go on your hunt. You need to know what's coming. That's the perfect use for it. But I will say, like when we used it, we were beta testing last year. This time of year, like the late season, I use it quite a bit because fronts moving through, just kind of trying to time it out to figure out, okay, if, say, snow's coming or whatever, I want to be there. If it's going to end at 3, I want to be there in the stand, much like a rain event or anything like that. So it is pretty handy. And I feel like quality of it's a little bit more detailed than what you get over on the Weather Channel or those other apps.
The animations are smooth.
Yeah.
The resolution's real good.
We actually worked on that quite a bit, and leading up to launch.
Yeah, we did. And you mentioned snow. It does show the differentiation in density between types of precipitation. So sleet, freezing rain, snow, rain. Like you see what is coming actually.
By the time this podcast airs, we should be getting some snow right around that time, because this is next Wednesday. We should be getting snow right around there.
Test it out.
We should be killing some deer. You think you'll
like
kill?
to.
Okay, here's a question for you. Will you be able to kill a deer before the end of the year?
I think if I do kill a deer this season, it will be before the end of the year. January. I don't know that I've ever killed a buck in January. I don't have good, like right now. I don't have good food. Like I've got a
That makes
plot
it
that's
tough.
struggling.
Pot that's struggling. What was it? What's struggling?
Did I misspeak?
I didn't hear it.
A plot that's struggling. Yeah.
Plot of pot.
I don't have any pot.
We have plenty of food, not pot. Plenty of food. We got about 4 acres of standing beans. We got a big biologic food plot. So I'm hopeful with cold weather. We got plenty of deer. I don't have deer that show up in daylight.
Yeah.
That's my problem.
I got does and doinks and cattle. And coyotes, an occasional bobcat thrown in there. If you wanted to produce a wildlife show,
Do you see them while you're hunting, though?
coyotes, yes.
I think I see
the
the
does,
cows.
yes.
The cattle.
The doinks. Every now and again, I'll see. I mean, it's funny because I saw a cow moving through the new spot that I was hunting, and at first I got excited, like, oh, movement, it's a deer, and
It's a giant. It's a giant.
it's Black Beauty. No, it's an Angus.
It's the opposite of a piebald.
Yeah.
We've killed several deer on January the 3rd, Scott and I.
Wonder what's significant about that.
We're too dumb to stop,
Yeah.
so we keep going.
Yeah. To the bitter end.
Literally to the bitter end. I hate it.
I like you and I talked last week. Like, what if we don't kill? You said that you're kind of risen. Like, you're okay with that. Like,
Oh,
it's
I've
not-
come to terms with it because I can't see one in daylight. You can't kill what you can't see.
Did you make that up?
And if it's one thing if you're like, I'm just a bad hunter. It's another thing if you're like, well, I don't have the ground. It's another thing if your deer just don't move until dark. And if we get that question all the time. My deer nocturnal, how do you change that? The only way you're changing that is if you can get bedding on your piece of property. That's it. And right now we don't have it. And last year we didn't have it either. I thought if I had better food source this year, we'd be able to pull them in earlier. And we have, but like 4-year-olds are the oldest, and we're trying to kill 5-year-old deer. Better or worse, that's what we're trying to kill.
Yeah.
So it's not helping us whatsoever that we got a couple dumb 4-year-olds running around daylight and we see them every time. We need them, the next
mamma
class up.
jammas, yeah.
So the only way that I think we're going to kill is just like last year, a major cold front, which we have next week, and cold temperatures and a little bit of luck to actually, because
Sure.
we've seen it. I mean, we've had deer that we could have killed that we didn't get killed. So it's not just picking the right spot. It's everything going right. And I don't care. People give you shit about hunting out of house blinds, as they like to say on YouTube, or any other thing, cross gun and all that shit. I don't care. We're in the business of killing deer. I'm a deer hunter. I want to kill that deer, and I'm using these tools to try to kill it. So we didn't kill that deer. Now we're going to try again. That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
We're going to keep going and keep
going.
trying.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe
It's
we'll
not that easy.
We'll get participation awards.
And everybody's like, oh, I killed one, or oh, my son killed one, or my neighbor got one, or I saw one in the yard, in the backyard. Yeah, great, good, cool. Well, we're trying to kill a 5-year-old. It's also not the same. So
And do it in front of a camera.
with 2 people and double the scent. So.
Yeah. Usually when people say stuff like that to me, they say it in a dumber voice. Oh yeah, I went out sat for 10 minutes and killed a lot of deer.
Did I do that then?
That's what I do. Great story, bro.
No, I am ready for the season to end. If I don't kill a deer, it is what it is. It diminishes the podcast not at all, because everybody who listens to this podcast knows that we're full of shit. Mm-hmm. Us
They
not
know what
killing.
they're signing on to.
Did you kill a turkey this year?
I winged a Jake.
So no.
And then
That's a no.
I killed a Jake back in
the fall.
October. Yeah.
So you killed a thing this year.
I've killed some does, and I had a ton of fun. I'll shoot some more does too.
I haven't killed anything. Well, I take that back. I killed a deer in Iowa. I
some
really
time.
don't think that counts. So it's been a tough year.
Yes,
We're going to end it on a high note.
but
By the time this podcast airs, we may both have killed a deer.
it was 2 years ago. You and I killed on the same day, I believe, like
think so.
October, like late October or something like that.
Yep.
So
It could happen.
it could. You say it like half laughing.
I believe the audience enjoys the fact that we suck too.
Yes.
Not that they suck. There's been plenty of rack packers that have killed
yeah.
giants
Yeah, and they're not afraid of showing them off.
and telling you about it. That's my favorite part of the rack pack.
Oh, good times. Okay, here's a wildlife word that you got to kind of follow the bouncing ball on.
Great.
Because there's a few parts to it. Every once in a while, a hunter will shoot an antlered deer only to discover it has no male genitals. There are 2 types of scenarios where this happens.
Ben, don't walk away. You're in this one. Yeah.
In a way. 2 types of scenarios where this happens. One where the deer is permanently velveted, has permanently velveted antlers, or a situation where the deer is hard-horned but
Get
has
to
no
it.
male genitals. So permanently velveted deer are does with a genetic mutation. Hard-horned deer with no male genitals are called A, pseudo-hermaphrodites, B, karma chameleons.
Now I got the song stuck in my head.
Sorry. C, Ben Stolmanites.
Ben's walking off.
Or
After, I don't know if you knew he was going to read like he read.
how could anyone have known that? That voice has never happened in human history.
It's never leaving my memory, I'll tell you that. Ben, can you come over and read this? I want you to read the rack packers' names in that voice.
Ooh. He
It
thinks
was something like this. We'll play it back for you. He says
it
he
out.
don't remember what he did. Oh, I can't forget it.
Or D, they.
I'm going to go with A.
A, pseudo-hermaphrodites.
I actually knew this answer, even though the other answers weren't real answers.
Hard-horned deer with no male genitals. Matt, you are correct.
Come on, chameleons.
Red, blue, and green. What's he doing?
Ben's just rocking in his chair in front of a blank screen.
I mean, he's on the Drury time card, man.
Yeah. Punch that clock, son. Ben's like,
Sit there.
screw off.
Sit there.
This guy's got to do all the deer season 22s from Dad's camp.
That's why he's rocking catatonically.
Hey, you should be thanking me. I haven't had any deer season 22 kills that you had to edit.
Well, that's
You're
one way of
welcome.
looking at it. Yeah. Yeah. So those pseudo-hermaphroditic whitetails will have
Say that 3 times.
external female genitals and internal male reproductive organs. So maybe they are karma.
That doesn't make
chameleons.
sense.
I got another one I want to
Okay.
play. Hold on.
I just love waiting.
Dang it. Oh, here it is.
You and my dad decided that your mom was really hot.
I don't see how.
It's pertinent.
Okay.
Trust me.
You're playing checkers. No, you're playing chess. All right, we got a shout out God knows why. Yoga skipper,
I like the name.
which either means
He's a boat captain that does yoga.
or he has yoga classes that he just keeps not showing up for. Did you go to class? Nah, I skipped it again. Well, you're a real yoga skipper. Yoga skipper, give us 5 stars over on Apple Podcasts. We appreciate it.
I got a third option. Maybe he just does his yoga while he skips around the yoga studio.
Isn't that the sum total of yoga? Skipping?
Stretching is
Skipping
yoga.
in downward dog.
Don't
Go.
say that.
I know words. Yoga Skipper says, I really enjoy this podcast. It has a good mix of learning new facts and goofing around.
Not today.
Listening to it definitely helps me get through the work week without being bored out of my mind. LOL. Matt and Tim, you guys do a great job and keep up the good work.
I wonder how much of a time suck this podcast is. I mean, I know how much it is for us. But I wonder how much of a time suck it is for, you've seen that Spotify thing for like Morgan Wallen put out, this is how many people have listened, how many hours. I'd love to know how many hours people didn't work while they're listening
It's called
to
time theft, Matt.
Yeah.
And it's a real problem. Remember we got that feedback from that guy?
Oh, man. We sent an email. Was it last year or the year before? Was it last year? DeerCast email, and I thought we were being cute. I'm like, we should put an email out there about, hey, while you're sitting at work, might as well get on DeerCast. And a business owner was not happy with us. I had to apologize. It's like a theme. Guys,
Matt's
Matt's apologize. Let's move on.
Eventually, you're going to end up having to say, I'm leaving. I'm stepping down to go spend more time with my family.
No. I mean, I spent enough there. I don't think they want. I mean, as much as they pretend like they'd like to have me there, I don't think anybody really wants me to be anywhere, to be honest.
The best is when you come home like, hey, Daddy's home. Crickets.
Well, that was my story about leaving Illinois. So that Illinois muzzleloader season went through Sunday, and Saturday I told Scott before we went into the hunt, I'm like, we're probably gonna head home tonight after tonight's hunt, no matter how it goes. If we kill, we'll stay, do what we got to do, and leave in the morning. But if not, let's head home.
Yeah.
Because he's newly married. I know how much his wife loves him and how much she wishes he was around. And so I felt like I'm wasting not only my time, I'm wasting his time. Like, we're not seeing anything. Let's go home and get some goodwill, with the significant other and the family and spend some time. Get all of Sunday in.
You naive.
So I didn't text my wife ahead of time to tell her I was coming home. I was going to surprise him.
Did you walk through the door and say, aha?
Like, what was that movie?
Jurassic Park.
No.
How Stella got her groove back.
It was a movie about a bunch of old guys going back to college. Old school.
Old school.
It wasn't like that. So that's a different
That's
movie.
Wedding Crashers.
Yeah. Tim.
Same thing.
So anyways, I got home. I pull into the driveway, open the garage, car's gone. Kids are, she's gone, kids are gone. I'm like, what the hell? Her brother lives up the street from us, a couple houses. And I saw him up there. I noticed they were up at the house up there, and her mom was up there. And so nobody noticed I got home. I texted her. I said, hey, what you guys up to? And it was pretty late. I was surprised because the kids should have been in bed, and she's like, oh, we're up at my brother's. I'm like, hey, look out the window.
Ta-da!
Nothing. Didn't even reply for I was standing at the window. Didn't reply for a long time. I stood there, and I'm like, finally I find myself, I'm on the Reconics app, and I'm like in Facebook, and I'm like, okay, well, nobody cares.
Crap.
So then I was like, hey, I'm home. I thought, surprise you guys. Like, okay, cool. We'll be down later.
Yeah. That's called anticlimactic.
Yeah, I mean, I was disappointed. So, anyways, I made it home safe. Hooray.
Aren't you glad to see me?
No. No. Cameron, we were laying, so I always lay in bed with the kids at night, put them to bed, and he's like, Dad, I'm glad you're home. I'm like, thanks,
Oh,
thanks,
nice.
bud. I always can rely on Cameron.
He's your buddy.
Thanks, bud.
Yeah, means a lot.
Yeah, believe me, it means a lot.
You're about to cry.
Yeah. Who said I didn't?
Oh. Daddy comes in and he cries next to me in bed every night.
I'll have to pay for therapy for this kid.
Yes. At least you know what's coming.
I did tell him last night. I laid in bed and I was like, he's like, what's up? I'm like, nothing, bud. Don't worry about it. I'm just thinking of the shit season I'm having.
Is it crying time, Dad?
Like, I just want to end. Gonna be Christmas already.
I'm ready for
I'm
it.
looking forward to Christmas. I ain't gonna do a damn thing for a week.
What is your thing, like your trigger for, okay, it's officially Christmas?
I mean, we go travel to so many family events. I mean, it's nuts. So we'll have one Christmas Eve. We'll have 2 Christmas Day. We'll have, plus ours, like we'll wake up and do our Christmas and then we'll go to 2 Christmases.
Okay.
And then the day after that, we have Christmas. And then the day after that, we have a special dinner that we got to go to with the family.
But is there like something that opens up the Christmas season to you?
Thanksgiving.
Okay.
To me, it's a day. It's Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is Christmas. Like, I'm ready.
Yeah.
I love Christmas. Mom always made it real special. I mean, the house is always super decorated. Mom's a very creative. You know, everything was to the hilt. Like poinsettias up the stairwell, and you know, like.
Gonna say something else.
What were you gonna say? What was I gonna say? What are you thinking
Well,
I'm gonna say?
you said stairs, so that's the important part.
Well, poinsettias up the up the what? Well, she did it right. So I always
got
loved,
a bunch of poinsettias.
Dad was never at Christmas until Christmas Day because he was always hunting. But Mom always made Christmas fantastic.
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean, I love Christmas.
Yeah.
It's great. And so she still does, you know, and Randa does. She goes all out too. And so I don't know, man. I just love the Christmas lights, the tree, all that stuff. How about you?
If once I see the Christmas Story, then that really
TBS.
kicks it off for me. We have it on DVD, so it's just a
Yeah.
matter of popping it in.
Did you see the new version?
It's on HBO Max. I've not seen it.
I will tell you, it's surprisingly not bad.
Really?
I was going into it like this is gonna suck, and we watched
That's
it a couple
how
weeks
I
ago with
would've
the
went into
kids.
it. Yeah, yeah.
Maybe it was the kid because you know when the kids get laughing and like part of the experience is their experience of it,
Like
and,
a live studio audience.
yes. And like Cameron and Lowe, there were some I'd say sophomoric type jokes.
Okay,
in
beneath
it.
your sense of humor.
Very on par. And so me and the kids and I, were laughing hysterically. And Randa's looking at me like, why is this so funny?
You idiot.
Yeah.
These are pratfalls.
Yeah. But I think you should give it a shot.
Okay.
I forget what it was called.
Christmas Story, Christmas.
Is that what it's
I
called?
think so. Yeah.
Are you being serious right now?
Yeah.
Somebody got paid a lot of money to come up with that name.
No doubt. I want that job.
Your children smalls.
It's an accident.
Sounded like it. Yeah. All right. Well, speaking of other accidents, if you stumble your way into the Rack Pack on Facebook, you'll be treated to all kinds of goodness, like the behind the scenes on how we decorated the office to celebrate Alan's recent nuptials. Nuptials is another word for wedding.
Alan just got married. Congratulations, Alan. To a woman. One big bear otherwise.
And we decorated his office space before he got in.
Right next to that bathroom.
It's becoming
When
a
you
thing.
come work here, nothing but
You'll be up to your elbows.
nothing but the finer things in life.
Yeah. All right. Well, we always like to make it a habit to take kind of a scoop of our new Rack Pack members and welcome them every week on the show. So if you're not already a member, hop on over to Facebook, search Drew Outdoors 100% Wild Rack Pack, and we'll pop up and answer the questions because people try to sneak in there. We had a fakey profile try to get in. They said
Was it a girl?
It was not. They said they attended the Los Angeles Iranian Sports Academy.
Not heard of that one. I'll have to check that out. I'm gonna have to Google that.
And then the rest of their profile was in Arabic.
That is a fake one.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I'm gonna read these names, Tim.
I anticipate you doing so.
I had something else and I lost it just now.
Sorry. I went on and on about the Iranian Sports Academy.
What were you talking about before that?
Accidents, stumbling into the rack pack, Alan's nuptials.
Oh! I got it.
Okay.
Alan wanted us to mention that you can get DeerCast Unlimited for 40% off. Alan, how long does that deal run?
Monday, so it'll be live today through Christmas.
Okay.
Through Christmas.
Wait. Wait. So next week this airs, right? We're gonna. Okay, so the deal starts on the 19th and it ends on the 25th. 26th. Okay, so you can get DeerCast Unlimited from the 19th through the 26th by going to DeerCast.com, signing up, 40% off, and just think about it this way. You have DeerCast for the entire next season because that'll get you all the way through December. So I would jump on that if you can. Now, if you already have a membership, the only way you can take advantage of that deal that I know of is by canceling your current subscription and signing up for a new one.
Yeah.
Right?
They
Is that
don't,
right,
they don't make
Tim?
it easy to leave those app platforms.
No. So it's only on DeerCast.com, though. So anyways, cool deal. This is Alan. He's trying to do something neat for the
Heck.
audience and the viewers.
With 40% off DeerCast Unlimited, you could afford to also buy your kids Christmas.
What are the? I'm not good at math, Tim. How much does that save them? How many dollar bills does that save them?
It's around
30?
50, like
That's
like the actual price is like 50.
That saves them
something bucks, I
$24,
think.
doesn't
It
it?
gets closer.
$25.
It gets closer to pretty much paying for Elite Plus. It's like
so it saves them $30. Says Alan.
nice job, Sam.
Saves them $29.99.
Think of all the ramen
You
noodles you
could
could buy your kids.
think of all the Casey's pizza you could buy with all the deer you'd be killing.
You-
Think of all. Hey Scott, how much Copenhagen
Hey.
will $30 get you? 6 days of
6 days of Copenhagen.
Jesus Christ.
So you measure your Copenhagen in time? Oh, wow. It's like I buy my clothes by the pound.
All right, so the new members this week: Patrick Crawley, Jaron Simon, Jaron, Landon Reimer,
Landon.
He's a rhymer. Brian Downer, not very fun to hang out with. Jeremy Williams, Graham Hess, Patrick Gray, Sighthousing. That's the fake name. Tim.
Boom.
Sighthousing.
Jaron Simmon is the fake person.
What's this second page you got me here?
I don't know if we want to dig into all these questions from our rack packers
Holy
or save
crap.
them for episode number 300 because
No. How long's this thing
we
run?
got a lot of.
Matt, how long we've gone an hour. We're going to shut her down. All right. We got a bunch of
should.
questions from the. We'll do one question. You pick a question. Randomly pick a question. We'll answer it.
Joe Starkey, have you or your teams ever thought of using regenerative agriculture practices, for example, cover crops, crimp termination, planting diverse species with a drill instead of the conventional farming practices for your food plots?
So I've talked to Mark and Terry about this, specifically Terry, and he's pretty bullish on the fact that that's all good, except you're going to have to turn that dirt every once in a while, in his opinion. And they believe in the way they do it, and they're trying to maximize, they're trying to minimize the weeds, and they feel like they got the best.
Seems like it's working out for him.
Yeah. So
I know Grant
I don't
Woods,
see them doing it.
Dr. Grant Woods talks a lot about this, and I know he is an advocate in certain scenarios. It seems to be contextually driven for him.
Yeah, and hard to argue his success either. I mean, I think it's one of those things that it's kind of teach their own, as lame as an answer that is, but
Teach their own.
yeah. I see some other good questions on here. We'll have to address these. I have asked certain people that are requested to be on the podcast on this list. I've asked to be on the podcast.
Okay.
As recently as today.
Whoa.
I've been ghosted.
Man.
You want to ruin some relationships? Start a podcast.
Start a podcast, yep.
Ask all your famous friends to be on it.
Cricket.
They'll reply to everything except that question.
There's got to be a carrot in the equation. So, hey, swing
Even
by
then.
and pick up.
Even then, I'm telling you, that was our 300th guest. It was a no-brainer.
If we had some Buckless Wonder coffee here, that might do something. Okay.
I'm gonna shut her down for the day too.
Please. Merry Christmas, everybody. Thank you for an awesome year. We appreciate it. Invite some more friends into the Rack Pack.
We still got one more episode, Tim.
I know. I still want
Don't
to have
be
a good
thanking
year.
them for an awesome year just yet.
Oh.
Don't get ahead of
If
yourself.
they give us negative listens somehow, we're going to go back and unlisten to everything we've listened to. That'll show them.
If only. If only these numbers could get worse.
We'll find out in 2023.
No, we're doing pretty good, Tim.
Pretty good shoe.
Pretty good.
Okay, let's end her there. Take care, guys.
Until next time, peace out.
DeerCast is now supercharged with maps. Get ahead of your game with killer new features like live Doppler radar, wind check out to 5 days, virtual rain gauges, GPS path tracking, and more. Plus, get our 14-day revolutionary DeerCast prediction and access to DeerCast Track. Prep, predict, and pursue with DeerCast.
We're adding new videos every week, so make sure to click that subscribe button and check out all of our amazing content. This episode of DoD TV was brought to you by Leupold.